What are your thoughts on the pros and cons of that model compared to something like Launch House?
Yeah, so I think YC is great. I think the YC founders are really, really great. The discussion is more about what happens over the longer term. And the way that we frame it is that this is really fascinating. So every generation basically redefines the Silicon Valley, the quote unquote Silicon Valley. When you ask somebody 10 years ago, what's the Silicon Valley? They might have said, oh yeah, it's just like, these people in Palo Alto and Mountain View building like semiconductors and all, probably more than 10 years ago. But that was it. You fast forward, it's Mountain View, Palo Alto anymore. It's not the boomers and Gen X. It's the old millennials in San Francisco building applications, web applications. So web infrastructure, web applications, boomers, Gen X, old millennials. Well, guess what? Gen Z and young millennial are the new dominant entrepreneurial force. Old millennials are becoming VCs. And where are they living? Definitely not SF anymore, at least right now, because the pandemic really, really, knocked the wind out of SF. So New York and LA are probably going to be the largest benefactors of that. But what's really important is that Gen Z and young millennial grew up on the internet. So Discord is the new Silicon Valley. You know what I mean? And what are they building? It's infrastructure, mostly infrastructure, some applications for Web3. So infrastructure applications. What's also important is the capital markets have changed as well. So when YC started, it was the beginning of basically the application layer. No wonder why YC loves B2B SaaS so much. No wonder why the biggest breakouts from YC were these massive application companies like Airbnb, Coinbase, all that stuff. And so what I think is happening is that because capital is so abundant, the model that YC built is not basically adapted to this new environment. So what that means is really tactically, you have firms like Tiger Global coming down and basically taking deals from the A16Zs and these tier one later stage firms. And so in order for them to get the returns that they need, because they raise these massive funds, they need to push down. And so what they're doing is that they're investing in the pre-seed and seed. That means they're competing with YC. So if you're the best founder, you're basically choosing between Sequoia, A16Z, and YC. And you look at the terms that you're going to get, the YC terms are terrible at this point. And from the bottom, you're also getting competition because there are companies like Launchhouse over the long term will be offering a lot of the things that an accelerator offers for no equity. So YC has this kind of Lindy effect where it's basically Harvard. There will be people going to it for a long time. I think they'll adapt. But I think what's important is the new Silicon Valley needs new institutions that are adapted to the current market, the current generation, the current products that people are building, the current distribution models and everything. And that's kind of how we think about what we're building.